If you start to play a new server, such as Server Europe 4, you have to consider some important thing, especially if you are using mushrooms. I'm going to show you what. Or please use Hunrizzle EU4 in case you start on Server Europe 4. So use this code until level 20, you get a potion of eternal life, you get 100 lucky coins and a 50% mount. Let's get this pushed together, guys. So preparation should be, you already should have created your jar, you already should have bought your mushrooms, especially the starter packages, so you have 1001 gold and the potion of eternal life. First steps before you play your thirst. So if this server already started, you should get as soon as possible an invite in your guild. So you should have already found a guild via Shakes and Fidget Discord or forum or whatever. If you haven't found a guild, you can try to get over the guild finder, but it's very important that you will be part of a guild very fast, because you join your server and the first thing you gotta do is you build your upgrades, and especially you should have bought it like treasure 4, instructor 6. And you see, oh wait, I cannot get to instructor 6 because I need gold. Yeah, that's why you have to sell your potion of eternal life. You get 100 gold by it, and then you can upgrade this on 6. So if everybody in the guild does the same, like 4, 6, you will have the best general upgrade bonus to your server start before you actually play your thirst. Afterwards, you should at least do 8 attacks in the arena. Of course, on the new server, it will be a little bit easier though. But the thing is, you need those experience pretty fast to get a level up. Well, to make those things easier, you can go to the magic shop and just push your stats by using small potions. It is always recommended, of course, to get the potion of Stair Climber and to get your main potion. In that case, it's the yo-yo player, and of course you can buy another potion of eternal life already to make you as strong as possible.
Alright, let's dance.
So I fought 8 of 10 times and I got 208 of 400 needed XP for a level up, which means during to an XP event you would have been already level 2, just to show you how it works. Step 2, first steps with your thirst. So then you actually start doing your thirst. You always should try to use as least thirst as possible. So in that case, I would take this thirst because it's more recommended, and then you simply go ahead and always have a track on your needed experience. So if you see, oh, I need 90 experience to develop now, you should most likely take a quest which has enough experience. But for example, like this, if you have another quest which has even more experience but has longer time, then you go always for the shortest time. So for example, now I need just 100 thirst to level up. I have this shortest quest with 170 XP. It's enough for a level up. Of course I could take this one, but the thirst is like the maximum time, and this is at the moment the shortest time. So I would recommend you to take the short one, because you may happen that afterwards we find another long quest, but it could give me more XP. If you rise in your level, especially at the server start, the quest will give you a lot of more XP, so it's always recommended to take the short one at least.
Something new here
Yeah, for example, now this is longer, 6 seconds longer, but we have more experience, so it was quite clever. Well, it was really hard to reach level 10 for me in that case, but in the best case, with a good guild, you should actually have like 85 thirst over or whatever. If you reach then level 10, then of course you go to the scrapbook, you earned enough gold. I did not have a lot gold because there was no event as well, but oh no, there is actually. Yeah, there was a gold event. Nice. Well, then you go and just get the scrapbook as soon as possible. Yeah, mostly you could get it pretty fast. In that case, I needed a lot of mushrooms, more than usual, but it's really, really important. You take it And then with all the gold you got, you should at least buy a weapon. Yeah. Because now all you have to do is to yeah, I just buy this one. This is maybe not the best. And always keep your first weapon. If you sold it like I did by accident, it's not a big deal, but you should keep at least one item out of the start. You should keep the item with the lowest sell amount. Like in that case, it's the ring. Yeah, because for a specific achievement in the scrapbook to gain more base stats, you need one very cheap item to upgrade the attributes in the blacksmith. Yeah, sky's the limit. So the start weapon is the best item to do so, but it would work as well with a very cheap item such as this ring, for example. Actually, you should be able to buy a whole pack of items which are kind of okay for your character with level 10 because each will give you an upgrade on your stats. Luck can be considered as well, but you always should focus your main attributes, of course, and just go and keep looking what you can get. So single items with more than 10 attributes or even 20 would be great. Since I'm not sponsored, I don't have much mushrooms, and then I'm like this. I just bought that belt, and then I get that belt. That's unfortunate. I would have liked to have gloves or shoes or whatever, but that's the game. Yeah, sometimes you need more mushrooms, sometimes you need less mushrooms. It's yeah, always not easy to consider, and sometimes you have to buy more than just one item though. Of course, you need these mushrooms because it makes you stronger. You could actually invent some gold for skilling in your main attributes as well, because with level 10 you get access to the dungeons, which is another important aspect, of course. Yeah, as better your items or your skills are, as easier as you get through this first or second dungeon. That's simply because it gives you experience, and if you're lucky you get an epic, so you can go through some dungeons even with level 10. And if you don't get further, then of course you should start to beat people in the Hall of Fame arena to get the scrapbook going. Always choose people who have a full inventory and go through all classes, because with those random attacks you will maybe I should go a little bit deeper. You will get the most possible pictures and don't need that many mushrooms. By warriors, it's another example because of their shields. So you can actually attack them if you see you didn't have that shield yet. There are some tools to use, but I recommend you just to go random. Attack randomly, attack people with a good start weapon and with a lot of items, as I said. So there you go. Oh, early boy. There's an early boy. Nice. I'm not sure if it's him or... And then you just keep going with the scrapbook. And I mean, with that level and the good general items and skills, you will be able to get to 20 or 25% on the new server. It should be possible. And then, since I'm not on a new server or at the server start, I cannot show you it in-game. But then you actually try to go to level 15. So you go to level 15, for example, by having a good scrapbook, doing thirst, but as well you can just try to grind people, to farm them. So actually you just attack people, and if they give you 10 gold, you go on attacking until they don't have gold anymore. And with that gold, you can skill your own character pretty high, and with higher skills you can beat more dungeons. So in that case, you get more XP by dungeons and you don't need that much thirst. It depends on your playstyle. But once you reach level 50, you can go for talismans on the shop, because you just can get talisman by quest or by beating dungeons. With level 15, you can go search looking for talismans by the shop, and you will get the medium potions. Yeah, this is important. One another aspect you should consider is that you always should log in via another device and after you reach the scrapbook, because you will get an achievement in +5 stats. You should go through your scrapbook and see what kind of achievements you can do to get another 5 attributes that boost on your own character. On day 1 it can be very worthy to do so, and well, yeah, even you can get then to 35%, as you can see. So scrapbook is really important. With level 15 lately you could go for another better weapon or better items, because with level 15 you're much stronger. You will be able to beat more people in the Hall of Fame. You can grind more gold, you can grind more experience, and this is very important. Always keep looking at your guild stats. Yeah, your guild will give you a goal, what kind of upgrades you should achieve. Yeah, and of course with higher upgrades everybody in the guild benefits from it. Yeah, so if you grind a lot of gold and skill your own character, don't forget to skill the guild upgrades as high as possible. The scrapbook could be already above 40%, and then with level 18 you can completely re-equip, try more dungeons until you reach level 20. Yeah, dungeons is always the way to keep thirst, especially on day 1, but on day 2 and day 3 it can be very important as well to keep thirst as good as possible. Then you should be able to get to level 20. With level 20 you at least should try to find a new weapon, and then you do your thirst to find the dungeon key for the second dungeon. Yeah, so this should be very doable for every shroomer in the first day. And if you keep a lot of thirst, it's no problem. Setting this dungeon free, you will be able to beat some more dungeons, and maybe you have to do some thirst, and you can, of course, with the higher level new weapon, again get to the scrapbook. You can farm people, so you can invest a lot of time in mushrooms, and you have a very strong char on the first day, and then you should be somewhere able to reach level 25. I think with a kind of good guild, and even if you don't do a lot of scrapbook thing and farming thing, you should reach level 25. And with level 25 you should unlock the fortress. It's important that you buy the fortress and you build the fortress to consider you need gold for this. So in that moment, if you don't have enough thirst left, it would be unfortunate, but you can use Dr.Abawuwu. Dr.Abawuwu is very important to do at the end of day 1 at least, 20 spins. So use the lucky coins, buy my code for example, and yeah, it will grant you experience or some resources, but gold and experience and mushrooms is the most important thing on day 1. So if you build the fortress, then you can get the fortress package, yeah, and this is yeah, very important to go through. It's for 10 euro, you get a lot of stuff. Even if you don't want to skip the fortress, you should buy it. You can buy it until level 120, but it's most recommended to buy at level 25. You get a level up for free, which is nice, and with the resources you can start to build your fortress to level 7, for example. Then you get access to the gem mine, and that's very important for the other days, because then you will find items with slots and you can get the gems. You're much stronger in that case. And well, for day 1 you don't have to do a lot anymore. If you played it pretty efficiently, you would be able with level 26 to re-equip, to farm more people, get your scrapbook going, get another gold for skills, and with the newest items, even with slots and gems, you will be strong enough to beat more dungeons. So you could reach level 30 by keeping thirst even. So you reach level 30 and you got thirst left, then you can try to find the 3rd dungeon key on day 1. So if you find the 3rd dungeon key on day 1, you get to level 30 plus and get a good start, but it's kind of expensive as well. So you don't need to find the 3rd key on the first day, as long as you don't want to break any records. But as good shroomer, it's okay if you reach level 28 as well. You can do a lot of things in day 2. But yeah, however your playstyle is, if you want to shroom and buy at least the first 2 packages, you should most likely be able to reach level 25 for the fortress, and you can get over level 30 if you want, but it's not 100% necessary. Yeah, and yeah, if you have some arena fights left, of course, do them. Always try dungeons. Abawuwu is important. Yeah, scrapbook, gold farming. Those are the basic things you do on day 1. Most of them are the basic things you even do in day 2. But of course, the gap between hardcore mushrooms and normal budget mushroom users is higher. But at least for day 1, you should be able to get a good progress. I hope everybody did on server Europe 4 or Europe 5 or whatever server you want to play. And well, thanks for listening, guys. Have a good time. Goodbye. See you soon. Your Basti out.